Yo, it's Brady 2K back with another banger, bro. You already know. Alright, so today, y'all read the title, you already know what's going on. 3-word challenge NBA edition. I already tried recording this video once, then my goddamn power went out, because this big ass storm went through and knocked out power, so, like, I'm here now, I guess. Alright, let's get into the video. Alright, for the 76ers, it was a pretty easy one. I have get more shooting. We all know Ben Simmons can't shoot. I mean, he can kind of shoot. He's like the worst shooter ever. Maybe. I don't know. Joel Embiid's a good shooter for a center. Tobias Harris is okay, I guess. I don't really watch Philly games at all. Um, so get more shooting for the Bucks. Don't lose Giannis. We all know Giannis is a free agent 2021 next year. And the Bucks probably wouldn't be a contender without Giannis. No, I said probably would not be a contender without Giannis. Alright? For the Bulls, fire your coach, aka Jim Boylen, the worst coach in maybe NBA history. I actually don't know. He's just the worst coach right now. And yeah, he sucks. And I've heard they're supposing a trade to keep Jim Boylen and trade Zach LaVine. Like, I don't understand why. Zach LaVine is good at his job. He plays basketball and he's good at it. And Jim Boylen is a coach and he's bad at it. So that's what I have. The Cavs trade Kevin Love. I just think they should trade Kevin Love. I know there's a lot of talks of him getting traded to the Rockets. And I like that idea. I don't know why, but I like the idea of Kevin Love going to Golden State. Maybe that's just me. It's probably just me. Um, I don't know, cause he can stretch the floor. He's good. So I don't know. I just like that idea. But I can see him going to the Rockets too. For the Boston Celtics, we got better big man. Obviously, they are running a bit of small ball right now. I think Tice is like 6'8", maybe 6'10" at most. Um, and yeah, just get a bit of big man. Um, I think Tice is very underappreciated by Celtic fans. Um, and he's very underrated as a whole. So get a bit of big man. I think he could be a really good backup, and he's a good starter, but I would prefer him as a better backup. For the Clippers, I win the chip. I have them winning the 2020 championship because I think they have more depth and better defense. I mean, when LeBron or AD isn't on the court for the Lakers, it's trash. It is horrible. They're pretty much like one of the worst teams. I shouldn't say that. All right, they're not one of the worst teams in the league when LeBron and AD off the court, but they're bad. When Kawhi and Paul George are off the court, I said poor, bro. What is going on? When Paul George and Kawhi are off the court, they're still a pretty good team. For the Grizzlies, build around Ja. I think Ja has the potential to win at least 2 MVPs when his career's over. He's a really, if he can work on his shooting, I think he can be one of the best point guards in the league. For the Hawks, get better defense. Um, I think they should probably get someone like Jrue Holiday who can play defense, who can also handle his own on offense. I mean, that's just an idea, just better defense, really. Uh, Most likely at the shooting guard position to play defense with Trey, because we know Trey doesn't play defense. For the Heat, I put just too young. I think maybe add someone like maybe Victor Oladipo or Chris Paul that can help with the scoring. And maybe Chris Paul is probably better because of the scoring and the defense, but I don't know how that will work out with the contract wise. Um, but yeah, I think they're just too young. Bam's good. Tyler Hero, I can see him being pretty good in the future. And Jimmy Butler, um, has been pretty good for them so far. For the Hornets, I put just keep rebuilding. Devontae Graham seems to be like he has a potential, like, I don't want to say superstar, but a potential like nice third option on a championship team. Mikal Bridges is good. PJ Washington's good. So yeah, just keep rebuilding. For Utah, upgrade the forwards. They have Joe Ingles and Bojan. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I really don't care either. Sorry, but like I just don't care. Sorry, Jazz fans. I just don't care. Okay, I don't care. But Joe Ingles is old. Bogdan. Right? I'm gonna call him Bogdan. He's pretty good for the Jazz, but they do need a backup. So that's why I said upgrade the forwards. For the Kings, keep De'Aaron Fox. I think I want to say he's a free agent pretty soon, maybe in 2021 or 2022, because he was drafted in 2017, 2018. I can't remember, but he's a free agent soon, I think. If I'm wrong, then it would just be rebuild around Fox, something like that, right? But yeah, De'Aaron Fox is very underrated in my opinion. He's the fast player of the NBA. He's pretty much John Morant. Less playmaking, I think. I really don't know. I like De'Aaron Fox as a player, but I don't like the Kings because they're trash. But Marvin Bagley's good. I do like Marvin Bagley, but it's not like I'm gonna watch any Kings game anytime soon. For the Knicks, blow it up. Trade everyone, blow it up, except for RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson. Just trade everyone except for those two. And maybe Frank Ntilikina. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Alright. For the Lakers, you have LeBron. Don't fuck up. You have LeBron. Alright. You have the highest chance of winning this year. You have LeBron. You have AD. You have Danny Green, who's good. JaVale McGee's good. Dwight's having a comeback season. You have LeBron. You really can't fuck up when you have LeBron. Unless you're the Cavs. Alright. For the Magic, funny enough, I put trust the process even though they're not Sixers. But I saw Markelle Fultz in a game in the bubble and he looked pretty decent. So just trust the process with Markelle Fultz and Mo Bamba. Jonathan Isaac tore his ACL. So yeah, he's another guy that I think they should really depend on for their future. The Mavericks, I put sign Andre Drummond. They need a starting caliber center and move Porzingis to power forward. I think is just where he could probably, like, I don't want to say develop more, but probably like be more beneficial, I guess. I don't know. But Andre Drummond, good rebounder, good defender. I think they should sign him. That's really the only reason. I think they after that maybe like a couple bench signings and they'll be a contender. For the Nets, wait for KD. They signed Jamal Crawford. I think they should sign him for the long term. Well, depending how he does in the bubble, but yeah. Um, just wait for KD. I mean, like it's KD. I don't think he'll be the same really. I think he'll probably use his length more than less driving, more shooting, probably more posting up is what I'm expecting and less defense. That's pretty much what I'm expecting from KD when he comes back. The Nuggets get another superstar. I think they should go after someone like uh maybe Victor Oladipo, maybe Chris Paul like I said for the Miami Heat. And another person I also think they should go after is what's his face? Bradley Beal. I don't know if they have enough cap for Bradley Beal, but I think the Nuggets with Bradley Beal that would be instant contender. So yeah, just get another superstar for the Nuggets. Pacers, I have maybe trade Oladipo. Depending on how he does next season, it'd probably be a trade deadline trade. Um, yeah, I said maybe because I'm not sure how good or bad he's gonna be next season. So probably just wait till the trade deadline to trade him for whoever you're going to. But yeah. For the Pelicans, Ingram's an all-star. And all-star is one word. I don't care what you say. All-star is one word. Alright? I mean, this really speaks for itself. Ingram's an all-star. You have Zion. You have Lonzo, good playmaker. Ingram, I think they should make Ingram their star. I think he could have more a leadership type role better than Zion does. So yeah, Ingram's an all-star. So just keep him, give him what he wants, and kind of builds around him and Zion, I guess. Pistons, I put goodbye Blake Griffin. Blake has a big contract, as we all know. He's aging, I think. I don't know exactly how old he is, but I know he's kind of like early 30s, early or mid 30s, somewhere around there. Um, but yeah, he's also getting injured a bit. Um, so yeah, I think Pistons should trade him and just go full rebuild. I think they should trade D Rose to a contender, please. Um, they D Rose could help someone like the Bucks or someone like the Lakers. Um, and the Pistons need to build around Christian Wood. That's what I think. They need to build around Christian Wood. I think he has a all-star ceiling, and I think he can be really good for the Pistons as a future like star, I guess. For the Raptors, get younger pieces. I think when I was looking at the rosters, their youngest player was 20 something, like 22, I want to say, and was OG Anunoby. I don't know how to pronounce the name. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Raptors fan. I just don't care. Um, get younger pieces. This is a pretty, I don't want to say old team because they're not old, but they are definitely not a young team. They're like a mid age team. All right. So just get younger pieces. Probably during like the draft or something, sign some young free agents with nice potential. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, just younger pieces. For the Rockets, I put small ball works. I think small ball is probably, I don't want to say the future of the NBA, but it's definitely gonna have an impact on the NBA, and it's been working so far, and I do like it. Um, Again, the Kevin Love trade I mentioned with the Cavs, I think that could be good for them. Putting Kevin Love at center, even power forward if you don't give up too much. But yeah, small ball works. So for the Spurs, I couldn't really think of anything, so I put goodbye old heads. Um, just get younger, kind of like the Knicks blow, or not like the Knicks, like the Pistons. Kind of trade your older players for picks and younger players. And that's really up to say for the Spurs. For the Suns, upgrade at PG, which is point guard. Because obviously I couldn't put point guard, so I put PG. Ricky Rubio was nice, but they need a backup point guard. I think. I think. All right, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, but yeah, I think they need a backup. They could even probably put Rubio as like a six man. Um, Maybe they trade up for the first pick and draft LaMelo Ball. I think that'd be a good move, but I don't know what they would give up to get that first pick. For the Thunder, I put Shay's Your Future, Shea Gilgeous Alexander. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm like positive that's how you pronounce it. Um, I think he was their leading scorer because I don't think Chris Paul was. Last time I checked the statistics, it was Shea, I think, or maybe it was Chris Paul, but I think Shea averaged more. Um, I just don't know. I didn't really do my research before recording this, so yeah. But Shea, I think he has all-star potential. Maybe superstar potential. I'm not really sure because it's kind of a small sample size of just one season. I call that a small sample size, but you know, whatever. For the Timberwolves, I have signed third star. because they have a lot of expiring contracts coming up. I saw a lot of 1-year contracts when I was looking at the roster. So sign a third star next to D'Lo and Cat would probably be the move, with some nice role players off the bench and in the starting lineup. For Portland, upgrade your forwards just like the Jazz. They have Melo, who has been pretty good, proving everyone wrong that called him washed. He is definitely not washed, and if you think he is, you just don't watch basketball. That's really all I have to say. Um, I can't remember what they have at small forward. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's Zach Collins at power forward, Melo at small forward. I don't know, but I think they need to upgrade the forwards. I think Zach Collins should be a nice bench piece for them, not a starter, but that's just my opinion. For Golden State, draft LaMelo Ball. Now that I'm reading this, I think they should draft James Wiseman. Um, at first I said draft LaMelo Ball because I don't know. I forgot they had Andrew Wiggins, and I know LaMelo Ball's like 6'9", and I was thinking they could run a little bit of small ball, put him as small forward or even power forward if they want to go really small. But I forgot they have Andrew Wiggins and Draymond. And yeah, so probably just draft James Wiseman instead of LaMelo Ball. Even though I really do like LaMelo Ball. Um, that's it. So for the Wizards, this is the last one. I have Bradley Beal traded. Um, I guess I could have said trade Bradley Beal, but I did it weird. So yeah, Bradley Beal is good enough to be a second or third, even first, I guess, um, option on a championship team. I think, like I said, the Nuggets are good. Um, that's really the only team I can think of right now. I mean, the Nets are still a good place for him to go. If he wants to take like a bit of a pay cut, he can go to a more like championship roster that doesn't have a lot of cap. But yeah, just trade Bradley Beal and just start the rebuild from there. I don't know if John Wall wants to get traded. If he does, trade both of them. Um, so that's the end of the video. Tell me what you agreed with and what you disagreed with in the comments below. And I have to say, after a little bit of time off, it does feel good to be back.